guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. The other day we heard about another 1KD with a cracked piston. Since there's millions of them, you hear about one every now and then. And as we've said and demonstrated, there's always a reason. So every now and then, depending who it is, we try and either contact them to help them or at least gather some information. Gather the info so that we can, have our data on what the causes are. There's never been one cracked piston where there's not a reason for it, where we've been able to follow it up, okay? So all the ones we've been able to follow up, there's always a reason. Now, I'm going to recap again the top reasons why people crack pistons, just quickly. Long, overdue, old flogged injectors. But even bigger than that, there's not that many people with chips and tunes. Don't get me wrong, there's heaps of people with chips and tunes, but there's not many in comparison to the ownership, small percentage, but it's a massive percentage of cracked pistons. So chips, tunes, remaps, whatever you want to call it, is a massive contributor. We explained before, small 4-cylinder engine, big truck, you want it to go faster, it's already maxed out. So long story short, Josh has cracked a piston. I think I saw a post that might have been on Wednesday around the 30th of December 2020. So I thought, okay, I've seen this guy around, for a year or two or three around Facebook. I think he might have had a highlight. This is going by memory from the posts I've seen. I do remember stuff and pay a bit of attention. So when he watches this video, he's going to go, wow. But look, I believe he had a Hilux. He came from Hiluxes. I reckon he got a 120 probably about 3 years ago. By the sounds of it, it had quite a few Ks on it. I think more or less around 300,000. Might have been a bit less when he got it. The story goes the previous owner had done injectors or something along those lines. But, it's the old thing. Who knows what with? Where did they come from? What brand? Were they Chinese copies? Were they remanufactured? Did they change the pipes? Was it a clean job? It's all unknown. What we do know now is that at some point recently had a blocked oil pickup. Okay, there's something need to come off for cleaning. So if they were done, they obviously didn't do a very good job, or there was previous blocked oil pickup from the old injectors that never got cleaned. So oil starvation is also another big contributor. But one of the big things I didn't know about. So obviously we feel for everybody that has a cracked piston, because even there's reasons why it happens, and it's going to be almost impossible to avoid in all makes and models with these small diesel engines in big trucks that are overloaded doing the hard work. But if the manufacturers can avoid it, great. But look, what I wanted to point out is, look, let's give Josh a call and gather some info and see what's going on, see if it's a cracked piston, see if we can get some facts on the background of the vehicle. Okay guys, thought I'd give Joshua a call. Seems like he's cracked a piston, and gather some information and share the advice I'd give anybody in a video. See if he answers the phone.
The person you are calling is not available.
Not going to work out this time, unfortunately. Let's try ringing Josh again. See if he's got time for a quick call. Hopefully it won't be too long. He thinks he's got a cracked piston. This is the second time I've tried to call him, so it can be time consuming getting a hold of people. I'm a busy guy.
The person you are calling is not available.
So if you are expecting a call from me to help you, you really need to do the best you can to be on standby with your phone, because I'm not going to keep ringing, and the chances are you're not going to get a hold of me, particularly at the moment. Right now it is New Year's Eve and I'm doing my best to help people out, but I'm not going to be carrying the phone all day, so that may not work out. Okay, so we're giving Josh a ring again, try and get him on the blower to discuss his cracked piston and options, what the options are. See if he answers the phone. It's been all day so far. You try to call me.
The person you are calling is not available.
No good,
leave
mate.
A short
there
message
you go.
And it will be sent up.
So yeah, he called me about half an hour ago, so I tried to call him 3 times today. No good. Nah, couldn't get a hold of him. Obviously he's busy kind of guy. I mean, look, each to their own. Personally, I did say on Facebook, hey mate, text me and I'll give you a ring, whatever. So he did that. It brought the message up to the top. When I checked the phone, we had a couple of texts. Yep, I'll give you a call, whatever the case may be, or something. And as you can see, I tried him 3 times, which, you know, it's only a little bit time consuming, but if it was me, I'd be on standby. I'd have, look, anyone that's got a Prado or a 1KD, I'd be having my number stored in the phone. You know, that number's 0490 261 013. Don't bother trying to call, the phone doesn't ring, okay? It's text messages only, and the messages only need to be, you know, I suppose if it's invited, and those are for purchases, for parts purchases, like injector kits, BFE kits, the Prado or Hilux front wheel bearings, Dobinson suspension, during school days, during school hours, okay? So you can text other times, but if I don't have the phone, it just gets buried. So yeah, I'm putting it back to you guys. If you want to contact me, please contact me at the right time. And if you do insist on sending it, you know, you're interstate and you send it at 8 p.m. because it's 5 p.m. or whatever. It's a bit late anyway, but look, the point is I might see it the next morning, but it may get buried in other messages and I might not see it. So back to you to resend it or remind me during the correct hours, please guys. And also, if I'm on leave, on holidays, or I'm taking a day off or a week off, I may not see that. Now, so we couldn't get a hold of Josh, but some other people that are in the crew, Oz Prado crew, and that's another reason why I decided to contact Josh and help him. He did purchase an Oz Prado crew hoodie, so he is part of the crew, Oz Prado crew in Australia. It's one of our main Facebook groups, nearly 6,000 quality members, Australian members. You know, we might sneak a few others in there, but generally it's Australian-based quality Prado owners. It's quality, not quantity, although the quantity is getting up there also, so we might have to cull a few out. Anyway, Josh has never purchased any parts off me, so that's a concern. When you get an old 120, the first thing you want to do, unless you really know where the injectors came from, who did the job, it's something you want to get onto. You buy an older car, you've got to spend some money. If you pick up something for 15, 20 grand, 25 grand, 30 grand even, you've got to spend another 2, 3, 4, 5 grand on it, in some maintenance, getting things up to date. So it's unfortunate that, you know, that was on New Year's Eve. That was on the Thursday of New Year's Eve that I was trying to call Josh. So I went out of my way to try and make contact. Unfortunately, he was too busy for me. I understand, you know, he could have been working even New Year's Eve, busy, whatever. I mean, maybe I'm different. I'd prioritise getting a hold of that call to make sure I answered it. You know what I mean? You know the sort of calls I'm talking about, guys. Anyway, but I understand not everybody can do that. They're in workplaces where they don't have a phone. I'm not sure what the story is there. But he did text me back 8 p.m. at night, or 7 or 8 p.m. somewhere in there, and say, hey, it's okay to call now if you want. Unfortunately, I've already bent over backwards on New Year's Eve. I wasn't going to be ringing at 7 or 8 p.m. on New Year's Eve, you know. So obviously then it's a weekend, I'm on leave anyway. We may get back to it another day, but with the new information at light, the new information with the remap, ship or tune. Look, I don't know the details of the remap, ship or tune. Josh, if you see this video, can you please reply and let us know what ship have you got, what remap, what tune. So basically what he's done is perhaps spent some money on going faster, right? You know, remap, ship, tune, whatever it is, it's something along those lines, while not knowing the maintenance is up to date. This is a big mistake, guys. Seriously, we just want to avoid this. I've really got to tell you, I'm quite serious when I say, you've got to stop wasting money on toys like chips, tunes, remaps, particularly, right, when the base maintenance isn't done, okay? The basic maintenance needs to be done. So what's the mask doing here? Well, it's like, you know, popped a piston, maybe this is popped a strap. Well, it's popped a piston, so whatever anyway. It doesn't matter, right? You know, whatever. So I just thought I'd answer that one for anybody that's got that question. You know, we haven't really got anything else to look at. I could have grabbed a cracked piston out of an engine. We'll do that next time on the next cracked piston video. Guys, I hope you get my picture where I'm coming from, you know. Understand there's always a reason. In this case, there's so many reasons. Oil starvation, okay? Old fogged injectors, or who knows where they came from. Who knows if they were really done. So someone said they got them done. Or maybe there's receipts, maybe. I don't know. I just, you know, blocked oil pickups, you know, took it somewhere and they pulled the injectors out and reseated the injectors. So what I wanted to know was, but were they leaking? And then I've demonstrated in other videos, and if you haven't seen them, watch them for your own good, how difficult it would be to get those pipes off and not have dirt go from those pipes into the injectors. So it could be contamination from, oh look, I've got a blocked oil pickup, I've cleaned that, now I need to take it to someone, I'm trusting someone that's completely unknown, nobody I recommended, and basically I would say it's almost, I'm not going to say it's impossible, it's all luck whether we can even get the injectors out clean and not have some. I've got some procedures and things I do, so I'll say it's a good 90% plus chance that we can get the pipes off, the dirty old rusty corroded pipes and all the dirt and everything out without it going in the injectors. And I've got a way of getting it back out, so I've got some systems.
Bada bing, bada boom. 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 Bada bing, bada boom.
Yep, and she went flat. And you know what that means? It means I was talking too much. I'm repeating myself. Most of you know the deal. If you haven't, it's all in the other videos. There's more videos to come. 10 minutes a day on average. There's one video a day, 10 minutes a day. If you're behind, you just look, subscribe, turn the bell on, watch the one a day as it comes out. If it's not on a topic that you want to know about, just don't make the mistake that thinking, oh, this is a 120, not a 150. There's so much information the same. Don't even make the mistake. You can look in the comments. Don't take my word for it. People say your information is transferable to other makes and models. Okay, good information. So anybody with any diesel or petrol vehicle should be subscribed. Apparently, it's good information. Okay, there's thousands of people subscribing every month. Okay, so that must mean something. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. There'll be more information on this one and others. Stay tuned. Like I said, subscribe, turn the bell on. And if you got something out of this, please give us the thumbs up. And prevention, injectors. We've got the injector kits. We've got the people that can do the work. Okay, we can't do everyone's, but a lot of people, after watching our videos in the VIP group, can do their own. So that's it. Stay tuned, guys. And don't forget, we've got our other channel, 4x4 Touring Australia, which shows you a lot of outback places in Australia, trips, and also some little trips you can follow along the videos and do these trips yourself. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'm out of here. See you. Bye.